All I'm gonna say, Alex and Fratanga have giant ass dicks. So, how are you guys doing today? It's been a while. Been doing things, mostly just been tired as hell, but yeah, something finally happened to get me off my ass and getting back to making content, and it's good to be back. But what was it that happened that made me want to come back? Well, about 2-ish weeks ago, Jaytech decided to join my Discord server. Now, I'm not really sure what urged him to do it. I mean, he's been aware of my existence for, funnily enough, just about a few days under a year at this point as I'm writing this video. Why he decided now to join it, I genuinely have no clue why, but he did it, and now I finally have some content to make. But basically, Thursday night, he joins my Discord server, and I'll be 100% upfront here. I am not really one to monitor my Discord server that well, especially with the fact that I've been fucking gone for the last month. So I didn't actually find out about his existence in my server till about like a day later. But some of the members of my server immediately noticed his being there, and like a dog pouncing onto a chew toy, started to talk mad shit. You enjoying that $70 Sony cum in your mouth? May I get an invite to your server? I'm a huge fan. Jim Ryan really has lost touch, bro.
That is dumb as fuck!
Your avatar looks like you want to fuck kids. Then again, pedophiles fit right into Sony. It's people like Griffin that ruin dating as a whole. It's always the individuals that hide behind anime profile pictures that have the biggest mouths. I'm here for a reason. Yeah, your reason is to try to get into a debate with the 17-year-old who's cooked your ass time and time again since his freshman year in high school when he could barely fucking talk, and still in the end will bail out of all this shit at the last second. Although he is right on the anime profile pic thing, I'm not gonna lie. Jay, how's GT7? I'm currently playing Death vs. Let It Die. When you see this picture, what do you think of? Also, guys, this is just an editor's note right here. Yeah, I didn't cut any chats right there. He just randomly jumped into that fucking question. I don't know why he did, but you know what? It's just how Jaytech talks, I guess. You swallowing PlayStation's hot load? Bro, why you gotta be like that? I didn't come here and disrespect anybody. I only ever had a problem with the toxic section of the PC gaming community. Yeah, and judging from your blocked list, the banned people in your Discord, and the way you'll react to this whole situation at the end of this video, you think that's literally everyone. Shut the fuck up. Good point, I guess. You guys are still pretty funny, though. Also, do you have a server? Bro, it's people like you that made me block and ignore this community for 5 years, and we never asked you to come back, dumb bitch. How am I funny? All I've ever done is play video games. I've even funded a Kickstarter for an indie game last week. Wow, what a saint, everyone. Has this dude even interacted with us like we're just gonna stop talking shit because he allegedly funded a Kickstarter for some random ass indie game? Reminds me of the whole Quantum TV thing with his Hope for Pause donation, trying to put himself on a moral high ground even though he's a shitty person. Nobody gives a fuck. You donate stuff for the sake of other people, not to use the fact that you did it to prove that you're a better person than someone. About 2 years ago, I asked the PC gaming community to help me build a PC for $400 that could do what my PS4 Pro was doing, and everybody laughed at me and confirmed what I already knew. They told me that I was going to have to spend way more than $400 to get an equal or better performance compared to my PS4 Pro. What? Are you actually fucking kidding me? $400 for a PC that performs better than the PS4 Pro? The fuck? Are you fucking insane? No shit that the PS4 Pro is gonna be outperforming the PC. I mean, the whole point of a fucking console is to have good price to performance. I'm sorry, I don't think anybody has ever fucking said that $400 can get you a PC equal to that of a PS4 Pro. If it could, there would be a massive fucking problem on the console manufacturers end, because then that would mean they'd be heavily overpricing their console. Consoles and PCs have always been for two completely different types of people, at least in my eyes. Consoles are for people who don't want any bullshit and don't really care about power and just want to play their fucking games. PCs are for people that notice the little shit and will pay a premium and also learn to maintain their PC in order to have that premium experience. The fact that you asked that if $400 could get you something even close to that of a PS4 Pro actually blows my mind and tells me everything that I need to know about what you know about the gaming industry as a whole. I'm trying to be president of the toxic PC community. Well, good luck with that, because the gates are closed. So I'm gonna need some software that allows me to capture gameplay on my laptop laptop so I can show the world the amazing games on PC. Yeah, no, this is what we fucking mean by gates are closed. If these motherfuckers can't figure out how to download a simple screen cap app like Streamlabs or GeForce Experience, who the fuck is gonna set up BIOS for these motherfuckers? They're probably gonna try taking a bite out of their GPU the moment they get it. I would ask some of the leaders that you guys support, but seeing as though most of their videos consist of talking about other men, I don't think they're gonna be that helpful. Why does he phrase it like that? Talking about other men. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love talking about other men, but not here. That stuff's for my TikTok. If you want to see that shit, you can go follow it. I probably have the link up like somewhere on my channel. Funnily enough, I've been more active on that shit the last few weeks than I have with my YouTube channel. It's kind of funny. You know, Jaytech also has a TikTok. And, yeah, we're just gonna stop that shit right there. Let's move past this. I made this. Sadly, since I'm taking over the PC gaming community, we're gonna have to change the yellow to red. I hope you guys are cool with that. Haha, yeah, Jay, that's funny, because you're not coming over here. You bought a fucking laptop for your gaming computer. We gave you a chance and you blew it. Also, if you're gonna have to change the color from yellow to red because you're quote-unquote joining us, which you're not, by the way, in case we didn't make that any more clear, but why the fuck didn't you make it just red to begin with, dumbass? The Last of Us Part 1 should have been $50, but by the time the HBO show comes out, it will end up dropping in price and probably have a similar effect to what's happening with the cyberpunk anime. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty fair and objective take. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say to that. It's the remake of the PS3 game that ended up getting a remaster before the remake. I'm not a big fan of the direction Jim Ryan is taking PlayStation. No, really? Who would have guessed?
Jim Ryan lost, bro!
He seems to believe that the only way to be successful is to milk the most successful IPs instead of going back and giving us something like Jack and Daxter. His plan is to continue to milk the more successful, mature AAA games. I mean, yeah, that's a fair plan for a guy just trying to play things safe and make some money. I get why some PlayStation fans would be upset if they don't like anything other than the copy-paste third-person action-adventure over-the-shoulder shooter games with RPG elements and a heavy focus on story that'll have varying levels of quality, but the thing is, I don't have a PS5, so I don't really give a fuck. It's not my problem. I kind of like Jim Ryan. Him and I have a deal made behind the scenes, actually, where either him or PlayStation fanboys cry and I get to make fun of that, boost his brand's popularity, and make money from it. I think it's a win for everybody. Also, PC ports. There's enough said at that point. There's a rumor that Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a PS5 remaster, which will probably land on PC as well, even though you guys just got the game 2 years ago. Yeah, I heard about that a few weeks ago on my break. Personally, I don't buy it. I know I was honestly in the same boat with the whole Last of Us remake, and that ended up being true and $70, but I genuinely don't think that after the mass backlash from that PS5 remaster coming out and how many people were just dogging on that game and dragging PlayStation through the mud, that they would be stupid enough to do that again. Like, what the fuck would the graphical change be at that point? But if they did do that, again, why would I give a fuck? I don't know, on PS5, I'm sure as hell not buying it if it came to PC, unless there were some actual noticeable differences in the remaster, and if it flops, that's just more shit for me to make fun of. If I'm following the patterns correctly, it looks like you guys will get Demon's Souls sometime between January and June of next year, since they already announced the other two for PC. Bro, what the fuck does some random ass promotional material for the PS5 where 2 of the 3 games happen to be getting ported to PC have anything to do with when Demon's Souls is finally coming over? I'm sorry, am I just like missing something here? And also, watch what he says later on, because he basically just contradicts this point he just tried to make. If you really want to know when Bloodborne is coming to PC, I can tell you guys, but you guys have to keep it a secret. Well, unfortunately for you, I wasn't in the chat when this was happening, so I didn't agree to shit. So I'm just gonna share this with you guys anyway. It isn't really a secret though. I don't know why the fuck he made it like that. What's holding up Bloodborne is Sony and From Software. Sony has the rights, but From Software made the game. Whenever Sony is less busy working on old games and From Software isn't working on another Souls game, we might get a remaster, remake, or sequel. I find it strange that they're putting so many old games on PC except for the ones you guys really want. Yeah, again, I don't know why he thought this was some secret or some mystery of the universe that only his massive brain understood. Sony doesn't own FromSoft. They only paid for Bloodborne's exclusivity on their platform, and FromSoft has been too lazy to port it to other platforms now that their exclusivity period is done. It's basically the same reason why it took so long for a game like Persona 5 Royal to come to PC. Honestly, if I were to take a random random guess here, I'd guess that the reason Sony bought like 30% of FromSoft back in August was in order to get a PC port of Bloodborne and Demon Souls made, because they know how high the demand for those games are over here. Wait, why the fuck is JaytechTV in here? Because I'm the PC community ambassador.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
Sure you are. I play on PC and I like mods. I posted PC gameplay before Discord was popular. I'm confused. Are you guys really trolls full time, or are you gamers? I mean, I play games, not religiously or anything. Like, I have a fucking life. I had to fucking skip out on YouTube for like a month because of Cross. Or on like a really rare occasion, I'll put like over 100 hours into a game. But it's like, gotta be really fucking good to attract my attention for that long. But I'm not gonna fucking flex the trophies I earn in games around like it's a fucking 8-inch cock. Sorry, I enjoy sex. But at the same time, I really do enjoy fucking with people like this and making fun of them. It's the whole reason I do YouTube. This is a lot less of a gaming channel and more of a shit talking channel with a side of talking about gaming. So why do you guys troll people? Because it's funny and to get the exact reactions you make to my shit? So talking bad about someone you don't know is funny? Yes, it very much is. And also, chill the fuck out. You sound like my fucking dad. We need to hook you up with like some fucking weed or something. Holy shit. There is no reason someone should be getting this pissed over us fucking with them. Fucking scrub. Yeah, I know, I said if you flex your trophies around you don't have sex, which you don't. But I mean, guys, come on. Life's been rough in here. After all, bro hasn't had sex in over a year since Griffin Gaming ruined dating for him. Fucking scrub. Jay, Jesus Christ, Jay, that was bait, and you fucking fell for it. Near, this is why you don't provoke these people. I have to wonder how many of those games he platinum were even good. I don't know, 100% in games, it's not really my thing. Once I finish a game's main story, I'm done with it unless I want to replay it. I think Doom Eternal is the closest I've ever gotten to 100%ing a game before, and that was only because I was literally just bored one day and I wanted to get all this shit in the level to see what stuff was hidden. And even with that, I got bored after I think like Necroval Part 1, but everything else, I just find that shit to be a giant waste of time. I could be spending that time on literally any other game, or you know, touching grass. I own and play more games than you lol. Get fucked, noob. The self-awareness for this man is actually in the fucking negatives. Holy shit. So how many of you guys own the RTX 3080? Again, how the fuck does having a fucking graphics card validate my argument more? Jesus Christ. So where are the gamers? So this is where I finally came in after getting spammed by Nier's dumbass that Jaytech was in my server. Are you actually flexing you played the Saints Row reboot? I'm sorry, I just still find it so fucking funny that he tried to imply that only real gamers play the Saints Row reboot. Jesus Christ. Let's have an interview now that we are brothers. So after this, I told him I was down to, but I was busy at the moment working on a physics project, which I was. That was the main reason of why I wasn't even checking my Discord server, because my crazy conservative physics teacher was making us build a rubber band car to prove to us that Teslas are bad for the environment or something like that. He goes on rants about Teslas in class all the fucking time, and it's actually funny as fuck. But back to Jaytech. One thing about him I noticed throughout all this shit is that he seems to message on Discord with proper grammar, which is already like a red flag to me, because genuinely, who the fuck talks on anything but emails with proper grammar? But even still, it's hard to understand what the fuck he's trying to say. Case in point, when he wanted to have the whole debate with me, I told him 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern time the day after, which is his time zone. I'm on Central Time. Yet somehow that translated out to being an entire fucking hour later than what we had originally planned on having it, which by then I was busy and wasn't going to be able to stream the discussion for you guys. But even still, I tried to get on it, but he told me this was just a bad time overall and we can just reschedule it for the week after. So I agreed. Flash forward to a week later, Jaytech and I talk in my public server a little bit the night before about the discussion happening the next day. What this discussion was even going to be about, I genuinely have no clue. I'm honestly not sure what I've said about him that's even up for a debate in his eyes. For all I know, he was probably gonna ask me what the best flavor of GPU is, and I'd have to tell him that no, GPUs are not edible. Although now that I think about it, a 4090 cake would be really cool. But back to Jaytech. I did 4 separate confirmations that I was 100% ready to have this discussion with him. He asked me in my Discord server, "You gonna have the discussion tomorrow?" I told him yes, I should be free. I asked him if 4 to 6 p.m. his time would work for him. He said yes. He gave me the thumbs up emoji, and then that was the end of our conversations until the next day directly to each other. However, I still made it obvious that I was ready to have this discussion. I made a community post announcing the discussion where I literally pinged his YouTube channel in it, which you get a notification if your YouTube channel gets pinged. I told my entire audience that yes, tomorrow, as long as Jaytech doesn't back out at the last second, him and I are going to have the discussion. I posted the same thing on my Twitter, and finally I scheduled the stream for the next day, which my YouTube channel is set up where it gives a notification to my Discord server, which he's in. You would have to be actually fucking brain dead to tell me that I didn't make it crystal fucking clear that I was ready to have this discussion the next day. So the next day comes along. I get in voice chat in my server. I ask Jay if he's ready or not. He doesn't answer. I start the stream because it was the time I had scheduled it. He's still not answering. I DM him again, ask him if he's ready to do it. Still no answer. So I'm just like, fuck it. I call him. He tells me he's gaming and I didn't confirm the debate with him. The dude wasn't even actually busy like I was the week before with work or something. He was just fucking playing games. Yeah, this dude was literally just fucking backing out at the last second. What a fucking prick. I'm not even the one who wanted to have the whole discussion. He was the one that asked me. And finally, the cherry on top of this all was that the same Saturday night where a few hours earlier I had called in to get in the discussion that Jay wanted to have, he was in a debate with another person in my server. So if that doesn't tell you that he was backing out of this shit the last second, I don't know what does. I don't know if he's afraid of me or if he thinks I'm gonna embarrass him or what the fuck I was gonna say, but it was just fucking funny to me. Honest to God, I could not care less that Jay backed out of this shit. It just confirmed what I already knew about him from the moment he copyright struck my channel last year, that the dude's a fucking coward. So following this, I made a community post about him, kind of talking shit a little, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm assuming this had just pissed him off at this point. So he decided to put me back in the waiting room in his own Discord server, essentially kicking me from seeing what the fuck is actually going on down there, leaving my own Discord server and completely ghosting me in DMs when I tried to bring this up to him. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this Jaytech situation. And I wanted to again apologize to the people who were watching the stream live and were let down by Jaytech in the end, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe we'll eventually have that debate, maybe not. I don't really care, to be honest. Low-key only wanted to do it because I knew it would get me some super chats if I streamed it. But yeah, thanks for coming by. I'm gonna be going back to my normal upload schedule, probably 2 to 3 uploads a week now that cross country is over. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, join my Discord, follow my Twitter, suck my cock, and I hope you all have a great day.
What are you going to do?